My name is Scott Budinger. I'm the Chief of Pulmonary and Critical Care Medicine. I'm also the Ernest S. Baisley Professor of Airway Diseases in the Department of Medicine. I'm the Executive Director of the Simpson Querrey Lung Institute for Translational Sciences, or SQLIFTS, and I'm on the Executive Committee of the Canning Thoracic Institute at Northwestern Medicine. SQLIFTS at Northwestern Medicine will be a game changer. In fact, that is the goal of the gift that was provided by Lewis Simpson and Kimberly Querrey, to use lung disease as a model for how we might apply the same infrastructure to diseases that we see across Northwestern Medicine and actually show how this can be done. This integration of clinical care with research can be done at scale. At Northwestern Medicine, we take care of thousands of patients with respiratory disease. And respiratory diseases, as you may know, are among the most common causes of morbidity and mortality in the United States and worldwide. What we seek to do in the Simpson Querrey Lung Institute for Translational Sciences is to take advantage of those very high volume, high quality, high acuity clinical programs where we're generating information about patients and we're obtaining clinical samples that as part of clinical care, and bring that rich resource to the research laboratories so that we can actually study lung diseases using some of the novel technologies that have emerged over the past decade. These include things like single-cell RNA sequencing, things like spatial transcriptomic imaging, spatial metabolomic imaging. And the idea is that we can use these tools to develop highly specific and personalized therapies for individual patients at Northwestern Medicine. Thinking of these tools as sort of the next stage in molecular pathology. One of the things that's challenging with these kinds of tools is that they generate data that we as humans can't understand. So one of the goals of the Institute will also be to develop artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies to apply to those clinical and genomic data that we're obtaining from patients to help develop molecular models of disease that can help identify pathways that might be targeted for therapy to improve the care for patients with lung disease and improve their lung health. The idea is to create a loop of discovery where we identify patients that might benefit from a therapy. We attract a clinical trial that might target that therapy. We conduct that clinical trial at Northwestern Medicine using the same tools that we use to discover that therapy. Whether the therapy is successful or not, it feeds back to improve the next iteration of clinical trials.